there are these emotions that are happening recently where someone on the right, even someone like her, who has taken these, is the embodiment of these extreme positions, suddenly seems to have a moment that we've been hoping to see in a lot of other characters, this moment of clarity of, have you no decency, sir? There is like a little bit of that, and she's suddenly talking about less about party loyalty and more about her constituents, her voters, concerns they have. She sometimes sounds very reasonable. And that is hard to process, but also, of course, welcome. And so I wanted to talk to you about her and William Crystal, and you show how breaking with Trump can trigger like a cascade of new beliefs, right? So suddenly they break, and they're able to absorb and talk about and act as rational characters. And so I thought it was a great piece, but you almost suggest like through exile comes this opportunity for moral like realignment. And so I wondered if you saw a kind of shift as ideological evolution or as social resorting. Is this the sign of things to come, or is this an isolated incident?
I don't know how much of this is actually to come. And I try not to get like super excited about, something like this. It's not necessarily like she's finally seen the light. A lot of people are going to follow her on this. But she's someone, Marjorie Taylor Greene is someone who is very much brought in to politics with, pursuing conspiracy theories. She's a very big QAnon person. From what I understand, she was not particularly political prior to 2016. But got very excited about Donald Trump's candidacy. And that just sort of brought her into this world where like he was the one who was going to save us from all these ongoing conspiracies. And so like the Epstein files was a big break for her, right? Like that was kind of a main motivating thing for her. And once she no longer saw Trump as the savior, but actually like potentially a very serious part of the problem there, that just leads to a number of other things. I mean, one thing that I think it leads her to maybe question a number of other things that she'd already believed about Trump and just not seeing the point of staying in anymore.